Hey everybody, and welcome back. Today's collar is 4th of July themed. It is going to be an adjustable collar. I will be using a Thane adapter for it. The colors that I'm going to be using today are electric blue, and that is what I have the double cow's hitch hooked up to. If you're not familiar with a double cow's hitch, I will leave a link below for you. We're also going to be using Imperil Red and white. So for this collar, with the white and the Imperil Red, I'm going to be fusing the ends together. So if you have a collar that you need, say 12 feet of cord for, you're only going to measure out 12 feet of red and 12 feet of white, and then you're going to cut them in half, and then we're going to fuse them together. Or you can just cut half of what you would normally use to fuse it together with the other half. The way you want to fuse the ends is that you're going to melt each end of your cord. You're going to melt the white with the red, and once they're melted, you're going to just stick them together. So I'm going to melt them. And now I'm going to stick them together. I'm going to hold it there for just a little bit until it cools. And then once it's cooled off, you can start using it. So I'm going to do that for both of them. Now that I got both done, we can get started on our project. The first cord that I'm going to be adding is the reflective, and you are going to want to just go right through the double cow's hitch. So you can loosen them up a little bit, and you're just going to go right through them both. And you are going to pull it to the middle of the cord. The next cords that I'm going to be adding are the red and white cords, but I'm going to start with the white side. And what you're going to do with the white is you're going to go underneath these two middle stitches. So you're going to go down one cow's hitch right in the middle, underneath the two stitches, and then up the cow's hitch on the opposite side, right through the middle. So it's going to look like that. You're only underneath those two middle stitches, and now you're going to pull this to the middle. The middle of your cord is going to be where you fuse them together, and you might have to loosen up your cow's hitches a little bit more to get that through, because it is a little bit thicker where you fused it, and you're just going to want to wiggle them through. And then you have that fused area directly in between the two cow's hitches. Next, you're going to take the red and white cord that you have left, but you want to take it from the red side, and that's the side that you're going to be feeding through the cow's hitches. And you're going to do the exact same thing that you just did with the red and white cord before. You're going to go underneath these two stitches that are directly in the middle of the cow's hitches. You're going to pull that to the other side and to the middle. And you're going to bring the fused middle right directly in the middle of the two cow's hitches, just like you did previously. Once you have everything tightened up at the top, I do suggest you double checking your measurements just to make sure, and then we can just get started. So I'm going to start with my electric blue on my right side, and I am going to go underneath the first cord and then over this second cord. So I'm really just coming right up the middle and then going over that cord on the left. I'm going to take my left electric blue now, and I'm going to go underneath the cord that I just worked. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come right up the middle, but I'm going to go to the right of my work, so I'm going over this right cord. Next, I'm going to take the reflective on my right side, and I'm going to go underneath all my work, and I'm just going to come right up the middle of those two long cords. And then you have a loop on your right that you just made, and I'm going to go down that loop. I'm going to take the one on my left now, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to go underneath my work, right up the middle, and then down this loop on my left that I made. I'm going to take the red that is on my right side now, and I'm going to look for these two horizontal electric blue pieces that are right directly in the middle. I'm going to take my red, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around these two cords and then right out to the right. So I'm going to go around them and then to the right. I'm going to take my white that is on my left now, and I'm going to go around these two cords again, but I'm going to come out to the left part of my work. So I'm just going to go around the two horizontal cords and then to the left. Next, I'm going to take my white that is on my right side now, and I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the red. I'm just going to go around these two horizontal cords and then come out the right side. So I'm going to go around and be on the right side of my working cord. And now I'm going to take the red that is on my left side, and I'm going to go around those two horizontal pieces, and I'm going to go right out the left. And now you can tighten it up. Once you have it tightened up, we can just start that weave all over again. So you're going to take your electric blue that is on your right side, and you're just going to go right up the middle and then over. Take the one on the left now and go underneath the cord that you just worked. Go right up the middle and go over the right. Now you're going to take your reflective and you're going to go right underneath your work, right up the middle. And then you have that loop that you just made, and you're going to go down that loop. You're going to take the one on the left side now, you're going to go underneath your work. And then you have the loop on your left side, and you're just going to go down that loop. Now find those two horizontal electric blue pieces, and you can lift them up. And now you're going to take your red on your right, and you're going to go around those two horizontal pieces and out to the right. Take the white on the left and go around those two horizontal pieces and go out the left. Take the white on the the white on the right, go around those two horizontal pieces and then come out the right. Now you're going to take your red that is on the left side, and you're going to go around those two horizontal pieces and out to the left and tighten it up. Once you have it tightened, you can just start the weave all over again. You'll start on your right with your electric blue, come right up the middle and then over to the left. Take the one on the left side now, go underneath the cord that you just worked, and right up the middle again and over to the right. Now you're going to take your reflective, you're going to go underneath all your work on the right, and then you're going to go down that loop that you made. Take the one on the left, go underneath your work, and then down that loop. Next, you're going to find the two horizontal pieces that are in the middle, and you're going to pick them up a little bit. And you're going to take your red on the right side, and you're going to go over those two pieces and around them and come out the right. Go on the left and take your white, and you're going to go around those two horizontal pieces and out the left. You can take the white that is on your right side now. You're going to go over and around and to the right, and then take your red that is on your left, go over and around and tighten it up. This is what it's starting to look like, and you can see the pattern of the red and white stripes in the middle, and then I have the blue on the sides. I'm going to continue this weave. This is the same weave all the way down. I'm going to continue it, and then I'll show you guys how to do the tie off and what it looks like when I have the biotene attached. So I'm at the end of my collar, and I'm going to sew in these top red and white cords. What I want to do is I'm going to start with the white that's all the way to the right. You have a gap between your work and your double cow's hitch, and you could hardly see it, but it's there, and you want to go through that gap. You want to go through that gap and pull it to the other side. And you're going to do the same with the red that is all the way to the left. Now you're going to take your red that is now on your right side, and you have a very small hole between these two cow's hitches, and you're actually going to go through that hole and pull it through, and you're going to do the same with the white. Once we have that done, we can cut the ends and melt them and squish them down. So I'm going to start on my side, and I am going to go about a quarter of the way up from the collar. I'm going to fray them out. I'm going to lightly melt the tops, and then I'm going to squish them down. I'm going to do one at a time, and you want to do the same for the opposite side. After you've done the sides and you are ready to do the middle, you want to do it the same way. You want to do them one at a time, and I'm actually going to cut them one at a time. So I'm going to start with the red and white that are on the bottom, and actually I'll start with the red. I say not to cut these because you can hold them better out of your way. And I'm just going to cut it the same length. And fray it out. I'm going to melt it and then squish it down. And I will do the white one next, and then do the two on the top as well, the same way. So after you're done with all of that, you can hook up your adapter and use it as is, but I am going to be putting on some Gorilla Glue on the parts that I just melted, and this helps seal it. It is waterproof. I use Gorilla Glue non-foaming clear, and you can just put some on and then rub it around with your finger on the places that you just, you know, squashed down. Let that dry, and then you can put your Biothane on. Or you can skip this step and just put your Biothane on now and use it. This is just like a little extra security. So I'm going to let this dry, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like with the Biothane on.